So thank you for that question. Anybody around the world can become part of our mother organization, which is Women Within International. So Women for Africa is the African arm of Women Within International. Women Within International has actually been around for 30 years and is in 10 countries around the world. So any woman that is looking for women's empowerment, is looking for wanting to be part of a community, is looking for a place to be real and to be seen and heard, can actually go onto either Women Within International's website or Women for Africa's website. And what is available to women is basically there is a personal development program, which is a weekend program. And then it's not just training that you go on and then you're left to your own devices. It's about becoming part of a community. So thereafter, we form something called empowerment circles or e-circles. And then women are part of groups of women that support, love, and nurture one another around the world. It's as easy as coming to one of our open circles. And what that looks like is somebody emailing or RSVPing on the website, which is wfa.org.za for Women for Africa. And then clicking on open circles and finding when our next one is. We have one once a month. And it's a short 90-minute lipstick kind of just see what it feels like to sit in a space where there's no judgment, where there's nurturing, where there is support, and where you can actually speak whatever is going on for you without anybody trying to fix and rescue you. Yeah, I think gender roles, I hate to use the word patriarchy because the minute I say the word patriarchy, men shut down immediately. But stereotypes, gender roles, gender expectations and norms play a really big part across the world in terms of what the expectations are of women and where we should be and what we should be doing versus what men are allowed to do and should be doing. What's interesting is that Women Within International and Women for Africa have a brother company called Mankind Project, also 30 years old, also in the same sort of environment in terms of building communities of men that are working on healthy masculinity. It's quite amazing to see how many organizations are out there that are looking at building this healthy masculinity in the world, not just for the masculinity side, but to change the world towards allyship. Because as women, in order for us to be empowered, we actually need men to stand by our sides and support and be our allies in terms of giving us space to be who we want to be, giving us the opportunities that we need to grow and develop. So we need to work together. So women's empowerment, there's two sides to that. Women's empowerment and its importance is massive. I think that the feminine leadership is what is needed now in the world, whether it be all the ailments that we're looking at, climate change, GBV, violence in general. The feminine leadership is what we're needing, which is important right now. Online and the development of online has given so many opportunities and gifts for us. The biggest gift that we found for Women for Africa is that we could open up our online open circles by way of an example. Geography that suddenly wasn't a big thing. So we had people from 12 countries around the world in one of our open circles because it allows for geographies and time to allow us to be in one space together. Online also surprised me because we do everything in person, or had done historically everything in person. When the pandemic hit, we were like, oh, okay, we're going to have to move online, but I don't know the impact And I question the impact of being able for you and I to connect, have a safe space, create the ability for you to feel like you can be yourself and be supported and safe. And it blew me away. It's gone way beyond all expectations in terms of us, the ability for us to work together, the ability for us to see and hear one another, support one another. People don't actually understand the impact of online until they experience it and go, wow, I feel so connected and supported and loved. And it's just a square that I'm looking at. That's fantastic. I think the thing that we forget is there's a human being. I'm talking to you. There's a human being on the other side. And as long as we connect with intention as human beings, it is the most beautiful thing. So being the chairperson of Women for Afrika is, first of all, an honor, but the vision is not mine only. We have a very strong team of leadership members who have women that have stepped up in this volunteer organization to say, women's empowerment is really important to us. We also have a team, a large team actually, of 7 board members of women that have also stepped up and said, this is something I believe in, this is an organization that I'm wanting to move forward. So whilst my title is chairperson, I think it's important to say that there is a very strong team behind and working together. The vision for Women for Afrika for 2022 is definitely to move towards more diversity. The historics of our organization and our women within is that it has been white focused, and the positioning of it is more for a privileged person. So our vision really is to make it more acceptable to human beings, and definitely specifically in Africa, diversity and inclusion needs to be our focus for the next, not only 1 year, this is a long-term thing. It can't be changed overnight. But that is definitely a focus. I think the other focus, which is something that we started doing last year, is that we're diversifying our offerings for our community. So last year, by way of an example, we had special circles specifically for women who were struggling because of the pandemic. We also created specifically online courses like conflict management, because suddenly we were thrown into lockdown with one another. Conflict became a key part. And so we developed online courses specifically like conflict management for everybody. So the dream is to expand what we're offering, expand who we are offering it to, and hopefully broaden and build our community to something bigger. Oh, it's critical. And I think that it starts at a young age. So it is, unfortunately, with Women for Afrika, we're dealing with the adults. What we are currently looking at and developing is something that actually helps with the teenage child, because that is where leadership is key in terms of our future and shaping our future. Future leaders in terms of females is different to, I think, what we've had in leadership in the past 10 years. I truly believe that feminine leadership, we need to be okay in being in our feminineness. What has happened in the past, and many of the successful women that have gone before have stepped into their masculine. And in order for them to be successful, they've needed to be aggressive in terms of assertive, and they've needed to step into and lean forward in the boardroom. And actually, our power and our strength is in our nurturing, is in our loving, is in our ability to connect and communicate. So the future feminine leadership is about actually harnessing the strengths and the gifts that come from our feminine. Yeah, I think one of the things that I want to say to your viewers is that there is a lot of information out there, and you really can develop yourself just by watching videos and reading. And so having online mags as a source of information is amazing. And find like-minded people who have the same values, hopes, and dreams, that you can speak about it, explore it, unpack it, have a look at yourself, have a look at others, and then support one another in that, because it's also the doing rather than just the reading and observing. And in the doing, it might be something as simple as somebody saying, wow, Ingrid, that what you said there was not okay. And then for me to go, oh, okay, what did I do wrong and how can I learn from that? So finding a community or people around you that can help flex the muscle, this new muscle in terms of your learning, is really important as well.